concentration risk is a big one, and it's something that oftentimes business owners don't think about because they know their customers, and so in their heads, they're not thinking about how important is this customer monetarily to me because they see the relationship and it's kind of low risk of leaving. But as from an acquirer's perspective, we don't have those same thoughts and we don't have that same sentiment, and so we very literally look at what does it do if this customer leaves. I think another thing that we see oftentimes, and again, just circling back to my earlier comment, is really just the churn and the organic growth. And, all too often we see a company where the teaser says, the company's growing 10% a year every year for the past 4 years, but we dissect that and they're losing customers every year. And it's just SOWs and hardware and, these one-time sales that are making it look optically like there's growth, but really it's a declining business. I think that the biggest negative that a business can have at the time of a point of sale is these tailwinds that are trending downwards in terms of customers and recurring revenue, because at the end of the day, a buyer wants to know it's an investment that's going to appreciate, not depreciate, and so those tailwinds are very important. That being said, I think if you are looking to sell your business and you do have these perceived negatives, it's important to be very upfront with the buyer on these issues. I think that it can grant you a lot of leeway, and just knowing there's an upfront and honest conversation about here's the negatives in my business, let's talk through them, as opposed to waiting for the buyer to discover those things in due diligence, and then it's a very different conversation. So being very upfront about the negatives that you have is really important in spinning these things hopefully into a positive.